Hello, people of the internet and of Winners 2000 who are crazy enough to take on the Three Peaks Challenge next month for an awesome cause. My name's Dan. I go to the Torquay gym. I've spoken with John and have agreed for me to put together a few sort of short informational videos for you regarding a few things I've got from my experiences in the hills and the mountains. That might help you out a little bit when you do your challenge next month. Bit about me. I'm 28 and I've done the 10 tours events on Dartmoor 4 times as a team navigator. A very short time in the military. I've done a bit of volunteering with the Dartmoor Rescue Team as well in Ashburton. And what I do nowadays more than anything is go up in the Brecon Beacons and I do a lot of mountain races, special forces inspired events, carrying rucksacks over the mountains up there. So what I want to do in these videos basically is give you a bit of a brief insight into things like what to expect from the mountains, some stuff to take with you, the kit you should be taking with you, some mountain safety, and some personal admin, so things like foot care and your nutrition while you're up there. Obviously, although thousands of people climb these mountains every year without any problems, it's worth bearing in mind that accidents do happen and people can regularly die on these mountains through things like failure to prepare properly, or bad weather coming in, and just general accidents. Actually, a friend of mine last month is an experienced walker. He was up on Scafell Pike. He decided to take a shortcut to get down the mountain a bit faster, and he ends up falling about 20 feet and being airlifted off and rescued by the mountain rescue team up there. So what I'll start with is going through basically the mountains themselves and just a little bit of background on them and what you're going to be encountering as you tackle those mountains. Okay, so the mountains themselves, the smallest one is Scafell Pike. That stands at 978 metres, and that's in the Lake District in England, the highest mountain in England. It was formed by sort of volcanoes and glaciers, sort of 10 to thousands or maybe millions of years ago. There are several routes to get to the summit of Scafell Pike. The shortest, the one I imagine you'll be doing, will be from Wasdale Head. In 2015, in total, there were 30 deaths in the Lake District. Obviously not all mountain related, but it's worth bearing in mind that it's a dangerous place to be, and things can happen. Second highest, Mount Snowdon, is in North Wales. That's 1,085 metres high, so just over a kilometre above sea level. That was also formed by volcanoes and glaciers, obviously a hell of a long time ago. Again, the summit can be reached by several paths and also a railway. So although you've slogged your way up there, sweating your ass off all day, you'll come across some kids at the top in trainers and some old people with walking sticks and that kind of thing. It's a bit demoralising, but there we are. The most popular routes to get up there are the Miners Track and the Pig Track. In 2009, there were 6 deaths in Snowdonia, which is Snowdon's mountain range, compared to 5 deaths on Mount Everest. So again, it just goes to show that although it's close to home and maybe a fairly short walk, it's still got some real risks up there for you. The tallest up in Scotland, Ben Nevis, which stands at 1,345 metres high. That's also got the highest actual height gain you're going to be doing because you start from almost sea level. So that's the hardest mountain you're going to have. I think probably the last one as well, I imagine. Ben Nevis actually translates to venomous mountain. So it's a bit of trivia for you there. The summit itself is actually the collapsed dome of an ancient volcano. Another bit of interesting trivia for you. The pony track is the easiest and the most popular route, the one I imagine you'll be taking again to get up to the summit of Ben Nevis. Although it's sort of the shortest and the most popular, it's still very steep in places and quite rocky as well. So you're going to watch your footing when you're getting up there. When you get to the summit, when I was up there, although it was a nice sunny day, there were strong gusts of wind blowing at about 80 miles an hour, which obviously you want to be careful of blowing you over on the large rocks at the top anyway. When you get to the summit, there's a cairn up there and the ruins of an old observatory, something to look out for, which is quite a long way towards the back of the summit, and that's the true highest point of the mountain and the highest point in the UK. The summit plateau itself is surrounded by 3 cliffs, so you want to be obviously very careful and low visibility up there, watching where you're walking. Yeah, so when you're on the summit of Ben Nevis and you need to come back down again, obviously in low visibility, it can be very, very dangerous up there. So there are two compass bearings and a number of paces you need to be taken in each direction to get down safely to pass the vertical cliffs that are up there. But I'll cover those a bit later on in the videos. So that'll do for a first video. I'll get started on another one in a second, and I'll see you on the other side.